What up, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into Trinobi's YouTube channel. Before we continue, make sure you guys follow, sub, and also sub to my Twitch channel. You'll be finding me either playing games with my friends, family, and probably eventually see me coding again, since I used to code on Twitch as well. And make sure you start the machine as well. I'll give you guys time to let it boot up, and then for now, we're gonna go to what is SMB. So SMB. The acronym for SMB would be Server Message Block. The definition would be a network file sharing protocol that allows devices to access files and resources on a remote server or computer over a local network. Okay, it's commonly used in Windows environments for tasks like file sharing, printer access, and network browsing. SMB can also be used for accessing files over the internet using new versions of the protocol. Okay, here's a more detailed breakdown. Key features and uses. So the file sharing. SMB allows users to access and manage files on a shared network, drivers as if they were local. Printer sharing is it facilitates the sharing of printers connected to a network, and then network browsing. SMB enables users to browse and discover resources on a local network. Client server model. SMB operates on a client server model where a client device requests resources from a server. Security. Modern SMB versions like SMB 3.0 offers features like encryption and message signing to enhance security. All right, and then port numbers. So it typically uses port 139 for older dialects. Keep that in mind. And then port 445 for newer dialects. Okay, let's do what are the pros? What are the pros and cons of SMB? Okay. So let's see. SMB is a network file sharing. Okay, we know that. Pros and cons. Its ease of use and cross-platform compatibility are significant advantages, but its historic security vulnerabilities, particularly in older versions, and potential compatibility issues in hybrid environments are drawbacks. Okay. So some pros would be ease of use and setup. SMB is relatively easy to set up, especially in Windows environments where it's enabled by default and appears as a standard network drivers or drives. Cross-platform compatibility. While native to Windows, SMB can be used with Mac OS and Linux, facilitating file sharing across diverse operating systems. Okay, resource sharing. SMB can share a wide range of network resources, including files, printers, and storage devices, and allows client to client communication through a server. Okay, performance. SMB can handle large files efficiently, and reading transactions can be faster than NFS with specific rates. Okay, newer versions offer enhanced security features like encryption, pre-authentication, integrity, and reduced application latency. Okay, let's look at the cons. This is what we're looking for. So cons. Older versions of SMB have significant security vulnerabilities and are susceptible to attacks like Eternal Blue, which was famously used to ransomware attacks. Therefore, they are not recommended to use today in complete compatibility in hybrid environments. Okay, so while SMB supports cross-platform sharing, issues can arise when using Samba on Linux due to it being an open source project, which may not always offer perfect compatibility with Microsoft implementations. Okay, performance limitation in certain scenarios. Okay, while good for large files, SMB may not offer enough performance for high performance computing environments. Okay, that's good to know. All right, guys. So let's look up. Actually, we'll find out what the Eternal Blue is later on. But for now, let's go on to the first question, which would be, what does the three-letter acronym SMB stand for? And to find that, it'd be server message block. Okay. And then what port does SMB use to operate at? So we have 139 and 445. And then I already did a net scan, nmap scan. So from here, let's see. Let's try 139. It should be 139, I believe. Oh, 445 actually. So it'd be 445. Okay. What is the service name for port 445 that came up on in our nmap scan? Let's see. Microsoft dash DS. Oops. Yep. Okay. What is the flag or switch that we can use with SMB client utility to list available shares on dancing? Okay, so let's see. How do I enumerate SMB with SMB client? Okay. SMB is a powerful command line tool that can be used to interact with SMB RCIF shares. This includes enumerating shares, listing directories, and transferring files. Okay. I think it's just SMB Tech L. So let's go ahead and make a new window. SMB client. Oops. What is the flag or switch that we can use with the SMB client utility to list the available shares on Dancing? See. Timeout list. Okay, so it'll just be tag L. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do SMB client capital L and then the IP. If all goes good, it should go through. Hmm. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're connecting with SMB1 for workgroup listing. Error failed. Is it 4? It is 4. Okay. What is the name of the share we are able to access in the end with a blank password? So let's see. Let's go ahead and try connecting. Okay. Username and share. So in order for us to connect to a share, I believe it's SMB client and then the forward slash IP forward slash and then the share name. So let's go ahead and try to do it with this one. So SMB client forward slash 10.129.1.12 and then work shares. Us. There you go. I only chose work shares because normally you need like a credentials for us to like grab details on certain share names like these, like the admin, the C, the IPC. And then this one I just decided to do it because out of curiosity it had no comments. So I was like, you know what? Let's try that. But normally you'd want to try all of them to be honest. Okay guys, let's see. Okay. Work shares, that's the name. What is the command we can use within the SMB shell to download the file we find? Okay, so let's do. Okay, so how do we download a file using SMB client? Okay, to download a file, name document PDF, save it as get document PDF. Okay, so let's do get Amy dot J and then name it Amy. GT Amy. Okay, so we found work notes on under Amy's directory. So we're gonna do get work notes.txt. And then they're gonna name it again. We're going to name it again work notes.txt. Actually, just to be more clear, we'll do Amy underscore work notes. Amy underscore. Okay, now let's CD back, and then we're gonna try get James, or not get, but see what James.p has inside his directory. So cd James.p if if he has any directories in there, or not directories, files. Seems like it has nothing. Look at that, guys. We're gonna get flag.txt. So we're gonna do get to download the file. So get flag, which is the name we're gonna get, not the name, but the file we're gonna get, and then we can name it whatever we want. So we could just do James underscore flag.txt. Now we're gonna exit out. Now let's do this. So let's see what Amy has to say. So Amy work notes. Start Apache server on the Linux machine, secure the FTP server, and set up WinRM on Dancing. Okay. And then let's see what James has to say. Let's see. Oh, there you go, guys. That's the flag for the challenge. And then before we leave, we're gonna do some basic enumeration. So let's do how do we enumerate SMB? Okay. So let's do SMB enumeration. Okay, guys. So we know what this means. So SMB, a client-server communication protocol that is used for sharing access to files, devices, serial ports, and other resources on a network. SMB enumeration is a multi-part process in which we enumerate the host or target system for different information like host names, list shares, node sessions, checking for vulnerabilities, etc. Okay, so enumeration stages would be hosting enumeration, list share, checking null session, less users, vulnerability scanning, overall scanning. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. So SMB enumeration for hosting. There are plenty of tools that we can enumerate host name. Here to demonstrate, we are using NMB lookup and net NBT scan. Okay, uh, we don't need to know this part. This is what I want to know. So share and no session. SMB map allows the attacker to enumerate Samba share drivers on IP. Okay, so it also lists drive permissions and upload or download functionality. So let's try that one. So let's clear this out. Clear SMB map, tag H, and then our target IP. Okay, it's doing its thing. So it found nothing. Wow. So they took the zero host serving SMB, closed zero connections. Okay. Now let's try. You can also, so I don't know the password. So let's just do a SMB client. I did that one already. So we could do nmap. So another one would be nmap provides SMB enum shares NSE script, which we can use, which can be used to enumerate the shares. Okay. So let's do that one. Let's try nmap script SMB enum shares for 139 and 445 and the IP. And their name is SMB enum.txt. Mhm. Let's let that do its thing. Okay, we also have Metasploit, but later on we'll use Metasploit, so we'll skip Metasploit for now. Okay, so we found nothing good. Let's see. So what the heck? Okay, so I didn't find any share files, which is also what I got here. And then to find, so that's basically Nmap you can use for enumeration as well as SMB client tag L, and then also SMB map tag H with the IP and username and password. You'll be able to grab decent information about the target. And then to find vulnerabilities on the target, you could do, let's see, let's try the Nmap script scan. So let's do Nmap. Let's just backspace on this one. Let me delete this real quick. SMB go. Basically, this script is gonna be checking if it's active to any vulnerabilities. Make sure. And let's do its thing. It's still doing its thing. What else do we have here? SMB enumeration by enum for Linux. Oh, that's a good one actually. Enum for Linux is a good one. Okay, so we can tell that it is not vulnerable to the common 061 and 054. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and try this last one. And- Oops. Clear enum for Linux attack you. This will basically cut short everything and does it all for you without you asking like specific commands. So let me open this real quick. It'll just take its time to be honest. I'll come back. All right, so I found nothing. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up the video as well. So let's go ahead and close this out. Let's go to the questions one by one. So, what does the three-letter acronym SMB stand for? That means server message block. What port does SMB use to operate at? We have 139 as well as 445. And then, okay, we know that. And we learn how to use SMB client to be able to see the share files. And yes, that's about it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm still learning how to do YouTube videos and get used to this. I've done this before, guys. Just letting you know. See, I only have 49% on the last one, which I stopped doing. So I have some basic knowledge of what I'm doing, and I just hope everybody wants to join and watch my videos as we grow together, as well as follow my Twitch, Kick, and TikTok, and subscribe to YouTube. I'd appreciate it so much, guys. Thank you. Peace out. Shinobi out.